A shocking revelation in a long-delayed murder trial. In a case that has spanned over a decade, a key witness, Paul Connor, has been found alive, despite Florida prosecutors repeatedly claiming otherwise. This bombshell could potentially change the course of the trial, raising questions about the state's handling of evidence and the truth behind the murder of Bryan Pata. The story begins with the tragic killing of Bryan Pata, a promising Miami Hurricanes football player back in 2006. Fast forward to 2025, and the trial against his accused teammate, Rashaun Jones, is finally set to begin. But here's where it gets controversial. Prosecutors have been telling the court that Connor, a crucial witness, was deceased. However, ESPN reporters decided to investigate and knocked on Connor's door in Louisville, Kentucky. Imagine their surprise when they found him alive and well. Connor, a retired instructor, claimed he had no idea anyone was looking for him and rarely left his apartment. When confronted with this revelation, Ed Griffith, a spokesperson for the state attorney's office, admitted that police had relied on a public database that seemed to indicate Connor's death. But here's the catch. Griffith couldn't provide any documentation or details about this supposed visit to Connor's door. The lead detective, Juan Segovia, even texted an ESPN reporter requesting Connor's contact information. It's as if they were trying to hide something. So, what does this mean for the trial? Griffith acknowledged the potential impact, saying, "I would have to say, yes, potentially." Sarah Alvarez, Jones's attorney, was appalled, calling it blatant lies. Connor's initial statement to police placed Jones at the scene, but in a recent interview with ESPN, he claimed to have no memory of the events in Miami. He seemed unaware of his previous statements, raising doubts about the reliability of his testimony. The case against Jones relies heavily on Connor's account and testimony from friends and teammates about verbal and physical altercations between Jones and Pata. But with Connor's memory fading and the lack of physical evidence, the trial is now in a precarious position. The Miami-Dade Police Department's failure to locate Connor is just one in a long line of official missteps that have prolonged this case. Jones has been in custody for 4 years, and the Pata family, still grieving, is frustrated with the lack of progress, and this is the part most people miss. ESPN's interview with Connor wasn't the first confirmation of his being alive. A welfare check by Louisville police, requested by a former colleague, had already confirmed his identity. Prosecutors have cited Jones' actions on the night of the murder, including his failure to attend a team meeting and attempts to borrow money to leave the area. They also claim cell phone records contradict his alibi. But with Connor's testimony now in question, the case against Jones is looking increasingly shaky. The state's reliance on a commercial database for information, instead of official records, raises concerns about the accuracy of their evidence. Connor's cousin, Steve Fahey, said he sees Connor frequently and that he has been struggling with memory issues. Alvarez plans to question Connor and Segovia about the contradictions and misrepresentations in the evidence. She believes there are lies and errors in the state's case. In addition to Connor's testimony, police have lost Pata's student judicial records, which contained information about his involvement in minor altercations. The lead sheet, a crucial document detailing all the leads police were pursuing, has also gone missing. Florida law dictates which documents can be destroyed and which must be retained. Officials have not provided a clear reason for the delay in arresting Jones, other than saying the case received a fresh set of eyes in 2020. In a deposition, Segovia admitted that police had no new evidence to arrest Jones in 2021. It seems the case was simply left to gather dust for over a decade. ESPN's original investigation uncovered a multitude of leads that police pursued, but to no avail. There were inconsistencies in police statements, leads that were not followed through, and people connected to Pata who were never interviewed. The Pata family has expressed their frustration with the lack of progress and interest shown by the police. They are now ready to see justice served, but will it be too little, too late? As the trial date approaches, the fate of Rashaun Jones hangs in the balance. Will the truth finally be revealed? Or will this case remain shrouded in controversy? The outcome could have a significant impact on the lives of all involved. What do you think? Should the state's case be questioned further? Share your thoughts in the comments.